Alright, y'all tuned into Miss Ume's channel. You're listening to Beyonce Countdown, and we're on day 4. 16 more days until school days, until the STAR test. Alright, go to number 1. Number 1 is basic. Y'all are familiar with probability, because that's what it's asking. When you find the probability, you want the want. What do you want? Well, I want DVD certificates. Over the total in your box A. Times, because these are two independent events. What do you want out of box B? Well, I want amusement park certificates. What do you want? How many of them are in there? Over the total. Stop putting 1 as you want. You're gonna choose 1, but when you reach in the box, there are 4 possibilities out of that total. Do not put a 1 at the top unless there's only 1 in there. So then you'll simplify and you multiply. Very basic, very, very easy. The next one, you're going to set up a proportion. The way you know you're going to do that is rate. 2 hours, 45 minutes to travel, 171 miles. I'm going to put miles down here. I can't really put hours because it's hours and minutes. There's 2 units. I'm going to want to convert everything into minutes. So you take your 2 hours, convert that to minutes. How many minutes is that? Well, 60 minutes in an hour, 120, plus the 45, 165. So it's 165 minutes to go 171 miles. You're going to put 225. You're trying to figure out how long it takes to get to Houston. All right, you cross multiply and divide. I'm going to show you a mistake that some of y'all have already made. Y'all put 2.45. This is saying that y'all think that you're converting this into a decimal, and you're not. 2 hours and 45 minutes is not 2.45. You can do this and turn this into a decimal. You're trying to find what percent, this represents the percent of time that 45 minutes is of an hour. Is it 50% of an hour? No. Is it 45% of an hour? No. You can figure that out and plug that up there, or you can just convert them to minutes. That's the easiest way to do it. Moving on. All right, here. I'm not going to go into too much detail with fractions because y'all should know how to do that. The answer choices are not right. You need to pay attention. This is what she worked last week. Last week. Read. It's not that hard to read. It's written on 6th grade level. Y'all can read this. If Susie worked 30 hours this week, what's the difference between the number of hours she worked this week and the number she worked last week? So guess what? You're subtracting. This is basic operation. You add these together, subtract it from 30. If you want to turn them to a decimal, fine. If you want to keep them as a fraction and add the fractions, remember when you're adding fractions, you don't add the top and the bottom. You need to convert them to the least common multiple. So in this case, this would be 6. I would convert that to 6 plus 3/6, and I would get 5/6. This is just an example showing you how to add fractions. I'm not going into details on how to add fractions because y'all should know how to do that. Well, and you should come out your answer. These are not the correct answer choices, once again. All right, here. Scale factor. Yay, our favorite thing. New over original. Smaller to the larger. Smaller to the larger. This is my new. Original. Guess what? I can eliminate this one. 2/3 is less than 1. Well, I need corresponding sides. Something has to correspond to something over here. Don't give me 6 over 4 or 6 over 2. It needs to correspond. So there's nothing over here. Can't do that. There's nothing at the bottom. Can't do that. There's nothing on here over here. Can't do that. But there is something here. These little dash marks means that if this is 2, then this is 2. This is 3.5, then this is 3.5. Well, guess what? Here's my new. And here's my original. And then you figure out which one is it. Don't be very careful when you choose this answer. Don't just choose something that kind of looks like it might be the answer. Make sure you have the answer. Here, days, weeks, use brain power. How many days are in 1 week? How many days are in 2 weeks? How many days are in 3 weeks? Where would 25 fall? And let's trace it up to where it falls on the line. Very basic. All right, here you must pay attention. That is all I can tell you on this one. You know that they're seeds. The seeds are $1. Plants are $2. You can use process of elimination to help you. But that's pretty much, and oh yeah, X represents the number of students. All right, I'm back. Miss Reed just came in my room. Anyway, so you figure out what you do with that. You can use process of elimination to help you get your answer on this. Think logically on this. You must read this all the way through. What is the question asking for? It's the volume of the sand in the vase. So, well, let's start at the beginning. There's a cylindrical glass vase that's 6 inches in diameter, 12 inches high. There are 3 inches of sand in the vase. First thing you're going to say, I don't have my formula chart. Yeah, you do. You're on the internet. Find it. All right. Just Google the formula, or you can just watch this video and I'll tell you what it is. All right, so the volume is going to be big B H. My pen is messed up, so I'm using my mouth. Anyway, so big B. If you were in the 4th grade, you would say the B is 6. You'd do 6 times 12 maybe, or even 6 times 3. And that's what they want you to do. But that's not what I want you to do. So big B stands for area. It's the area of the base. What shape is it? A circle. How do you find the area of a circle? Pi r squared. What height are you going to use? Not 12, because it's asking for the sand. The sand is 3. And that's all I shall leave you with. Plug in. You can use 3 or 3.14 for pi. You know what a radius is. It's half of the diameter, if you forgot. So do your r squared first. Always do your exponents first. Follow PEMDAS. Plug it in, you'll get your answer. Here's another fraction. This is kind of like the problem from yesterday. Turn them into decimals. See which one is in between. Very basic. Let me write that for y'all. Decimal. Ooh, that's not cute. That's okay. All right, here. I don't like number 9. Go ahead and go through A, B, C, and D and see which one is true. That's very simple. All right, long time ago, we learned about increase and decrease. This is asking about a percent decrease. All right, so when we go to label, we're trying to find the percent. This is a blank. We don't know what it is. All right, then over here, remember original, regular goes at the bottom. All right, so it says last week a certain brand of bottled water was $1.25. So original price is $1.25. This week it's on sale for $1 for a 16-ounce bottle. What's the percent decrease? All right, so we got our original price. Now we need the decrease. How much did it decrease by? Y'all know how to subtract? Put it in there. Cross multiply and divide. You shall get your answer. All right, this is very special. It's your favorite thing on earth. Starts with a P, ends with a Pythagorean theorem. Anyway, here's your TV. Y'all know I love to draw TVs. All right, here's the TV. It says that set their size according to the length of their diagonal. If you don't know what the word diagonal is, this is it. There we go. Miller family just purchased a 61-inch high-def TV. So guess what? If the TV is sized according to the length of diagonals, a 61-inch TV means that this is 61. Y'all think it's 61 in length, but it's not. It's the diagonal. So if you read at the very bottom of the ads in small print, it will let you know. Anyways, so Pythagorean theorem. Label your A, label your B, and label your C. How do I know it's C? Because it's across from the right angle. Well, the television is 53 inches wide. You just choose whatever you want to call wide. I'll call this wide. Which is the closest in inches to the height of the screen? Well, there's 2 fourth grade answers there. That means you need to eliminate them. And you can still figure out the answer with A squared plus B squared equals C squared. If you forgot, you have it on your formula chart, or you have it on Google. Or you have it on right here because I just wrote it. Next. All right, this is special because these answer choices are wrong. This one is like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't get it. But you do get it. What's happened is there's a keyword here, similar. When we've seen similar, I told you about CAPS, C-A-P-S. Proportional sides. We're not worried about angles here. It's proportional sides. So this 6 is proportional 10, 4 proportional to x. So I just set up the proportions. This is a 2-step problem, so it's going to require you some time. All of these are incorrect. You can just get your answer. So anyway, what you're going to do, 2-step, cross multiply, and you'll get x. Y'all got that? Cross multiply and divide, sorry. You'll get x. Are you with me? Then what you're going to do is get the volume of the big one. Well, how do you get the volume of this? What is it? Is it a cylinder, sphere, a prism? Ding, ding, ding. It's a rectangular prism. So what we need to do is you can go back to 7th grade and do length times width times height. Remember to plug whatever you get here in here, and you'll get your answer. Or this is the 8th grade version of it, base times height, which is the same thing. If you have any further questions, please contact me on Facebook, or you can email me at missume@gmail.com. See you tomorrow.